Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the part 4 of the inventory management series version 2023. In part 1, part 2, and part 3, I show you how to create this inventory management from the scratch. If you did not watch that video yet, better to watch it. So in part 4, I will show you how to create a dynamic view. Right now, if you are adding a store, once you have a store, you have to manually create a slice and add it manually here. Also, same with the stocks in. As you can see right now, I have 4 stores right now, and I don't have yet views for the other stores here, so I added just 2 views. And same goes here, stocks in as well, and transfer log as well. So how to make this dynamic? So when you add a store, I would like to see it automatically, the data here as per the settings. So to do that, we're going to use the user settings options in AppSheet. So if you heard about it, this user settings, once users select the settings here, it doesn't affect other users' view. So that's the good thing about that. And let's start. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do, guys, is in order for you to understand very well about this tutorial video, I would like to put this on the menu view first. So this will be our reference. So inventory, we're going to create a dynamic view. For stocks out, also we're going to create a dynamic view. So I'm going just to put that in the menu. Same goes with stocks in and transfer log. All right. So these are the views that we would like to keep it as dynamic. Then what we're gonna do next is to go to the user setting option. So here we have columns here to use. And this example, I'm going just to use up to option number 4. So I'm going just to check this. So the first column here is the title. Let's keep it the same. Instead, I'm going just to change this into, let's say, view settings. And option 1, it will be depending on the views you have. So I would like to create a dynamic view for inventory, stocks in, stocks out, and transfer log. So the first option will be inventory. Second option will be stocks in. And then it will be here. So the next option will be stocks out, then transfer log. Then all of this from here to transfer log, it will be a reference type. So the reference will be store. So if you're adding a store, automatically it will show in the drop down. So just to remind you guys, if you did not watch it, the part 1, part 2, part 3, to fully understand this tutorial, I would recommend to watch it first. Stores here, and then also reference type, and this will be a stores as well. All right, once you save, it will create a view on the menu side, and you can see the settings. Then if you go here, you can see a settings option here. You click that, and actually you can change the display name by going to the display name. Let's say I'm going to change this into view settings. You can change the icon, and also you can define the view, which view you would like to direct the user once they save the form. In this example, we'll just keep it empty. All right, we already created or defined the per user settings. This time we are going to create a view or a slice. So first thing we're gonna do is the slice for the inventory for our new version. So this is the old version of that. Now let's create a new slice. The table will be inventory. So I'm going just to name this store inventory. Then I'm going to change the source table so it's inventory. In row filter conditions, we're going to use the expression called is not blank combined with the filter condition filter expression. So here, if you don't want to type it, you can just go in this user setting and just copy this. I'm going to copy and go back to the slice. All right, so we need to filter the per user settings. What will be the condition? So this row dot store is equals to per user settings inventory column. All right, so this is the inventory column. Okay, this one. This is the based on the user settings. I'm going just to copy this. And then here in the slice action, we can define it later on because this will be completely different actions we're gonna use, unlike in the old versions. And once you're done for that, we're going to create another slice, this time for stocks in. So I'm going to copy this, and so this will be store stocks in, and we need just to change the reference table or the source table to stocks in. The expression will be the same except for this. So the view will be stocks in column in user settings. Okay, then I'm going to copy this again. Then we have to create this view for stocks out. Change the source table into stocks out. So this will be for this, and just change this into stocks out. And we still have one more, but I'm going to save first. All right, so now we created the view, I mean the slice. We still need to create the transfer log view. So let's create a slice. So this will be store transfer log. The table will be transfer stocks. Row conditions will be this row issuing store. Then we're gonna change this into transfer log. All right, this is correct. Slice action, later on we're gonna discuss that one. And save. So we did already creating the slices for our dynamic view. Now let's create a UX or a view for each of that. So we're gonna first create the new view for the inventory, which is for this. So I'm going to name this same store inventory, and select the slice that we created. So store inventory. I'm going to keep this as a table, sort by item code, and let's say all columns. Display, let's say anything that, okay, let's use this. And then for the display name, in order for the user to know in which store they are, we're going to create a dynamic name for this view. All right, so we're going to use here the lookup. So user settings what will be in the user settings. So this column is inventory. We're gonna look up in, since this is a reference type, we don't want to show them 1, 2, 3 like that. So we need to show them the store name. So it will be stores. It will be store code. What will be the result? I want the name. All right. So this is how to, I'm going just to copy that. And this will be on the first one. All right. And let's create another view. This time it's for the store, let's say stocks out. So I'm going to put this, the data will be from stocks out. So store stocks out, and it will be a table type as well, and sort by date and time. Let's say I'm going to see the latest one, and let's say all columns, and display name will be, this is stocks out. Any icon here? Okay, display name will be this, and then we're gonna just change this into stocks out. All right. I'm going to copy this, same. So this will be for stocks in. Just change the source, the data. So it will be from store stocks in, and it will be the same except for the display. Let's say delivery here or something. All right, I'm going to use this, and here it will be stocks in. And the last one that we need to create is the store transfer log. So the slice that we created is store transfer log. It will be a table and sort by, let's say, date and time, the latest one, say all columns, and display it will be, we have in a list here or log something. Let's say this one. Display name, it will be transfer log. That's it. And save. Now we have this, the updated view. So this is the second version view we have. The old view that we have here, it's all in the menu side. As you can see, we have no datas here. But if you go to the old version, there are some datas there. As you can see, not the stores, transfer log. Now, in order to have dynamic view here, we have to go to this is settings here, view settings. Oh, in the view settings, in the inventory, which view you would like to see. So see, I'm going to see the A store. In the stocks out is A store, and A stores also. Once you save, you should see the data there in the new view that we created. As you can see, there is a name here. So the problem is now, as you can see, the view is changing into A store, A store, A store only. So we need to define the view of this. So store inventory, to define that, let's update the formula that we use. So we're gonna insert here concatenate. Since this is in the inventory view, I'm going to display this inventory. Okay. Also, same goes with this stocks out. This is in stocks out view. So I'm going to insert the concatenate here. So this will be dash stocks out. So this is also the naming of the view. It's also dynamic. So this is stocks in. So I'm going just to insert concatenate here. So the reason for this is we need to inform the user or to give information which view are they in, stocks in. And same goes here, this is transfer log. So insert concatenate. So dash transfer log. Okay, let's see what will be the changes. Right now there is no name of the view except for the store. So we're going to insert the view in each according to the store. Now it's all empty. Going back to the settings, and let's say a store. Let's say I'm going to see all the a store. If the user already made the settings in their app, so this they will not repeat it again because it will be saved. So right now we are seeing a store here. So this is a store inventory, a store stocks out, stocks in, and transfer log. Let's say I'm going to see the stocks out view for B store. So I'm going here. So I'm going to change this into B store. So I only change one. So here I have only seeing the B store. As you can see. Also, if you're going to change this all, so this will be depends on the user settings. So let's say if you have hundreds of store, this will save you creating a slice again and to add it manually. So here you can just simply add the stores here. So this will be, let's say, E store. So this is my 5 store, and save. Going to the settings, you can see an option here for the inventory in the e-store. You will see, but there will be no data there because you have to allocate the data. So going to the e-store inventory, there is no data here. So this will be dynamic now. So the question here is we have to define the views, I mean the slices or the actions for this, because in the old setup we have here the inventory management here. I mean the old setup version. If you go to the inventory, you can actually allocate an item here, and right now here we have to define the view, I mean the actions. So how we going to allocate now in the dynamic version an item in this e-store, because this is a newly open store, so we need to allocate an item. So we can let's say here we can create an action here called or we can just show the action add. So this is the best thing we're gonna do. Save. Okay, and then we're gonna add an action here. In the inventory, I'm going to have the add action. Okay, so now I can allocate an item here, and we can just define the let's say the store item code unit price. So what will be the initial available stocks, and what will be the payable photo? You can save. All right, so now we can we can allocate an item here. So this is, we are in okay, let's change the settings again since we change it. Sorry, let's see in the e-store only. So in the e-store, we are going to allocate an item. So e-store, so let's say I'm going to allocate an apple. Initial stocks will be 300, for example. And I'm going to allocate again e-store. So I'm going to allocate bananas there. Let's say 600. So I have now items in e-store. And then if you're going to stocks out, we need also to define the stocks out here. So here in the stocks out, we can also add the action stocks out. So here stocks out add. So display as primary. In the old version, which is non-dynamic, I created an individual slice for that. Also in the stocks in, we're going to add the plus sign. Okay, and then going to the slice, I'm going to add here the add, and also here I'm going to add the add. So this is a complete change of actions here because we're doing a dynamic. All right, now going back to the settings, once you edit the editor, it resets the settings. So let's say I'm going to the e-store, e-store, e-store. So right now I am in e-store. So here we have 300 available stocks, and let's say I'm going to stocks out. What will be the store? E-store. And I'm going to stocks out, for example, an apple. So there will be 100 stocks out, and save. So once I save, the apple will reduce into 200. It will be the same thing. Give me a second. How much I stocks out? So I stocks out 100. So as you can see, it changed to 200 only. If I stocks in eStore, so I'm going to stocks in eStore, then it will be Apple. I'm going, let's say 2000. So it will become 2200 now. This will become 2200. So the settings will be the same, just the dynamic views we are creating. So also here in the, we have to add as well the action called transfer stocks. So this is in the last version. So we're going to add that one. So transfer stocks. All right. So now let's try. So since we edit the editor, it's reset. So let's see. I'm going to see the settings for the eStore and eStore for stocks in, eStore for stocks out, then eStore for transfer log. Okay, so here the view changed accordingly. So this is the inventory for the eStore. This is the stocks out log, stocks in log, and the transfer log. We do not have yet a transfer log because we did not create a transfer. Let's say I'm going to transfer this Apple into, let's say, B store. So they have 200 there, 2200 available. So I'm going to transfer 500. Okay, so it reduces into, this will reduce into 1200 because I transferred the Apple. I mean, it reduced to 1700. Let's transfer another one. Let's say eStore. It should become 1000. As you can see, it becomes 1000. And if you go to the log, you will see that you transfer items here to a specific store. All right. So if you change the view again, say going back to a store, let's say you're going to mix. See, oh, let's say let's make it all B store, including all. So it's a B store. All right. Now the view here changed completely into B store, B store, and B store. And then you can see here, this is the data for the B store. Also the transfer log. So the good thing about this is you don't need to manually create another view. If you have a new store added, it will just automatically show here based on the view settings here that we created. All right, so if you're adding a store, no need to go to AppSheet again to create it. All you have to do is just add the store here. Let's say this is my 6th store. And then once you go to the settings, it enables you to choose that newly opened store. As you can see, and start allocating products for this store. Yeah, see? So this is more convenient than the adding it manually. So if you learned something in this video, don't forget to subscribe. By the way, guys, if you would like to copy this app, you can email me. We will discuss in the email. My email is, you can find it in the YouTube about section. All right. So if you learned something in this video, don't forget to subscribe, comments if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching, and see you next time in my next video.